Hey Aries, I am your astrologer, Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here's your monthly forecast for the month of February 2018. Now, before I get started, I just had two announcements that I wanted to share with you all. First of all, I'm doing a webinar this month on February 10th at 3 p.m. Mountain Time on the solar eclipse coming up in Aquarius. Okay, there I'm going to talk about what's going on at the solar eclipse, how to better manage the solar eclipse coming in, as well as the lunar eclipse we just had and some general trends going on in the month of February. If you are interested in that or have any questions you would like to ask me, please sign up and join. There is a link down below in my description box. Please click that to make sure that you are on the list to make it to my webinar. I personally see February as the month to dream your wildest dreams and to actually make them happen. So we're going to be talking a lot about that, about what your dreams are and about how to move forward on them, okay? So that's coming in there. I hope to see all of you there. Now, the second thing I wanted to talk to you about is right here. I finally finished my 2018 astrological planner. I know it's a little late. I know it's February coming in, but I figured better late than never to get it out there. Okay, if you are interested, please also check out the link down below in my description box for more information. Okay, the first few pages, of course, are reference materials if you want to know how to read a chart or some things in the calendar. The rest of it is, of course, the calendar itself for each month with a list of the transits, the major transits for each day on it. Okay, I also do have pages in the book that are filled with discussion questions based on the astrology, based on the major transits of the month for you to then answer, to reflect on your life. So if you're interested in some spiritual and soulful introspection and reflection, this could be for you. I also do have a full moon and a new moon report for every full moon and new moon of the year in here as well. So hopefully you'll find that of interest and very useful to you too. But I'm super excited that this is out and I'm excited to share it with you all. Okay, so if you're interested, just go ahead, click the buttons down below in the description box and let me know what you think. Now, what's going on this month, really at the end of last month, the beginning of this month, is that we did have a lunar eclipse happening right here in Leo. That was on January 31st. And Leo for you rules your 5th house of happiness. Okay, also rules kids, romantic relationships, and passion projects if you're working on any of those. So I think what's coming up here at the lunar eclipse at the very, very end of January is that you're trying to figure out here what makes you happy here, to come into new chapters in life, really stepping into chapters, doing things that you love, that you enjoy, and that make you happy, okay? I think that was a lot of what was going on here. Maybe making decisions or getting a lot of answers in regards to some projects you've been working on, some romantic relationships in your life, and kids just trying to figure out where to go next with that, okay? Coming in there. I think the reason why you're thinking a lot about what's going on, what makes you happy, and trying to bring more of that into your life is so that you can start to, at the solar eclipse here later this month on February 15th in Aquarius, focus more on your goals and on your dreams and on your hopes for the future. Okay, I think that's the big focus for you. And you want to make sure before you get to the solar eclipse, before you start thinking about your future, that you're working on the right projects and that you're happy in life doing what you're doing now, so that you can start to bring these happy things into new chapters and start to move forward envisioning a life doing something that you really, really want deep down, that you really care about and that you really, really like. Okay, so that is what is happening there for you as you're thinking about what makes you happy and how you can be happier and bring more of that into your life in some way. I think there also is lots of communication going on, lots of processing and strategizing and thinking about things here, of course, with Mars in your 9th house of something new, and a sextile with Mercury at the very beginning of Aquarius. Okay, and this is happening at the very beginning of February. And I think as you're trying to figure out what makes you happy, to do more of what makes you happy, to live a happier, more joyful life, you're thinking a lot about what new things you need to do to be happier, and perhaps some new goals. Maybe now that you know what makes you happy, you're having to envision a new or different life for yourself. And I think you're trying to better understand at the beginning of the month, now that you know what makes you happy, or figuring that out, where your life is going and how you need to envision your life in a new or different way with some information that has come to you about some things that it is that you enjoy. Okay, so I think that's what's going on there, and I think it's actually going to be really pretty. You having a whole bunch of opportunities here open up for you to do some new things you haven't done before and to envision your life in a new and different way, okay? It could be a little bit difficult because the planets here at the end of Aquarius are eventually going to come through around the same time and square Jupiter, okay? And Jupiter is going to be in your 8th house of changes and of intimacy. So as you're trying to envision a new life for yourself here, doing something you really enjoy that makes you really happy, maybe there's some changes you have to make to your goals, changes you have to make to your dreams and where you saw your life going, and changes as well to the group of people that it is that you associate with in some way, your friend group. That could be a little hard for you here, maybe not wanting to make some of the changes to your friend group, maybe not wanting to make some of the changes here to some of your goals and dreams for the future. But I think if you can focus on doing something new that's exciting, that really ignites your passion, it will make it a lot easier for you to make some of the changes and maybe even some of the financial investments too that you need to make in order to reach some of your big hopes and dreams, okay? I also think if you can continue to do some new things and to envision your life in new ways, it is going to help you. That's because these planets in Aquarius are also going to come into a very pretty sextile here with Uranus in your 1st house, saying, look, if you can envision a new life for yourself, communicate with new people, work with new people, even if making the change is hard, I think it's going to help you be more free to be yourself here, be happier, and do more of what you like and enjoy, okay? So I do see it being a good thing. After you worked out some of that stuff, I think at the beginning of the month, then at the actual solar eclipse on February 15th here, you're going to start to take all of these things that you enjoy doing, that you've tried to get more clarity on at the beginning of the month, and really begin to expand on them, to move forward with them, okay, into some of these new goals, new dreams, new life directions that you've been working out for most of the beginning of the month, okay? After you start to move forward, envisioning a new life, moving into a new life with these things that you really like to do, I think as well another part of the focus is going to come here to where Venus and Neptune are, which is going to be in your 12th house of your insides, okay? Because a bunch of planets are then going to start to move through Pisces. Okay, I think what that's saying is as you're reaching for some new goals, new dreams, envisioning a new life for yourself, doing something you really enjoy, that you also have to make sure that you're paying attention to what you want on the inside, that you're adjusting your emotional and internal situations to match a new life and a new vision that you're trying to create. Okay, I think you might also here with the Pisces stuff coming in have to overcome some things from the past that have been holding you back here so that you really can step into some new goals, some new dreams, and be a new person. I think that's going to make you much happier, okay? And I think you're going to need to here be patient with the process as you move from one life to another, okay? I think you're also going to need to be very intuitive as well about what's going on, and to listen, yeah, to just your inner prompting so that you can make this transition from an old dream to a new dream in a more smooth kind of way, okay? Also, we are going to have these planets in Pisces come into a sextile here with Saturn too at the end of the month, with Saturn here in your 10th house of your career. So I think anything that you can do to get right with yourself inside, okay, and to overcome some things from the past after you've decided on a goal or a dream or moved forward on some new goals and dreams is ultimately going to help you put your life in a much better place and to feel better about where your life is going in some way. It could still feel a little bit uncomfortable over here with the square to Mars coming in. Maybe you're uncomfortable that you have to do something new that you have not done before as you're moving forward on that. But knowing that if you can do the new thing, envision a new goal, envision a new life for yourself, that it is ultimately going to put your life in a better place. And of course, with Mars here making a trine to the North Node, also going to make you happier. I'm really just needing here to take the leap, to have faith, to overcome some old things that weren't working for you so that you really can begin to live a life that's better for you, to open up some major doors for you, for your future, to do some things that you really, really enjoy and that really make you happy. All right. So that's what I see there. Then at the very, very end of the month, into next month, we have the full moon in Virgo, actually on March 1st, but I'm going to talk about that for a second. And that's going to be right here in your 6th house of your job and of your daily routines. So after you figure out here what makes you happy and how you can do more of what makes you happy and take it into new chapters and really begin to move forward on it, creating a life that you want, I think then the focus comes to your job and what you do in the day-to-day, and maybe changing up, finishing, ending your job in some way so that you can start to do things that really resonate with you on the inside, feel better about some things, and again, create a life that really resonates with you, that you really want. And I see lots of potential here this month to do some things that make you happy, do some things that you really enjoy here, and maybe step into a life that you didn't envision and a future that you didn't envision, but that I think is going to be a lot better than you expected and anticipated. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Aries. Now your card for the month here is the seven of cups upright. To me, this card is really all about options. You got a lot of options, a lot of choices going on here, but there's only like one or two that are right for you out of everything that's going on. Maybe you're having a lot of things, you're seeing your life going in a lot of different ways. And I think what this card is saying is you have to pick the choice that is the best for you. Not all of the options are going to work. You can't do everything, you know, and even if you could do everything, maybe you wouldn't like all the things that you did do. And I think you need to listen to your heart, your intuition, and your spirit. You need to listen to what has worked in the past and what you really want, what the future it is that you see for yourself. And I think you need to do the best that it is that you can to eliminate distractions, to eliminate things that maybe you like but won't get you in the place that you want to be in, so that you can start to move forward doing something you really want and need to do, and stepping into a life that has power, that has purpose, and that can really, I think, bring you new levels of status and success. Okay, but you just gotta choose the thing that makes the most sense to you and that you feel like is going to put your life in the best place. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Aries. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.